Thank you, John. I promised my mother I would use that. She wrote that, and that's why I asked John to read it. But I really enjoyed, first I want to thank you for having me tonight. I really enjoyed talking with everyone, and I realized a couple of things in the course of chatting with everyone that I'm not sure my remarks are going to be that useful for a group that has this accomplishment level and success. So I've been sitting here during dinner, listening and chatting, trying to think, what can I share that might be useful? And there are a couple of things that I hope will be beneficial to you. So I'm going to share a few of those stories now. I was in the Los Angeles airport after giving a speech, boarding my flight to Portland, and next to me was this tan, wrinkly, old guy. It's Art Linkletter. You folks remember Art. For over 25 years, he had the top shows on TV, like Kids Say the Darndest Things with Bill Cosby. So I said, Art, you look great. He frowned at me and he said, you thought I was dead, didn't you? Busted. I said, yeah, yes I did, but you look great. I said, where are you going? He said, Portland, for a speech. I said, well, how often do you do that? He said, oh, I speak about 70 times each year, traveling over 150,000 miles. And I said, no disrespect intended, Art, but how old are you? He said, I'm 95. I said, okay, are you traveling with anyone? He said, no, I travel by myself, though sometimes my wife comes along, even though we've been married now over 73 years. I said, okay, so what have you been doing recently? He said, well, I had a meeting with President Bush in the White House. I said, wow, I mean, how do you set up something like that? He said, it's easy. I said, come on. He said, no, it's easy. I just called his mother. Brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? In fact, I think I'm going to ring up Obama's mom on the way out of here tonight and see if I can set up a meeting with him. So I said, okay, how did it pan out? He said, well, I called our bar and I said, hi, I think it's about time I had a chat with that son of yours. And she said, well, which one? He said, the one in the White House. She said, well, okay, but there's a war on. He said, yeah, that's one of the things I want to chat with him about. So I said, all right, what happened? He said, well, I go into the Oval Office and President Bush greets me and he says, Art, my mama tells me you have spent more time in the White House than I have. And the president laughed. And I said, Art, I don't get it. Why would the president laugh? He said, well, I've been an advisor to every president since Roosevelt. Teddy. No, come on, Franklin was first. I'm only 95. So we got off the plane and I couldn't sleep for 2 nights. I couldn't get this idea and this image of this 95-year-old guy running around out of my head. So I called him and I said, Art, I want to interview you for a TV show about people like you. I want to learn how to be 95. He said, great idea. Come on down to my office here in Beverly Hills. We can tape it here. I said, whatever you want. He said, listen, I'm normally booked at least a year in advance. In fact, I'm already booked for my 100th birthday. But I have an opening in 2 weeks. Can you make it? I said, geez, 2 weeks. And then I thought, wait a second. He's 95. He's got socks and underwear that are older than I am. So I said, I'll be there. And I hung up the phone and I realized I don't have a clue as to how I'm going to pull this off. I don't know anything. I don't even own a TV. So I recently joined the Executive Officers Club. It's a leadership and mentoring group for people who run and own businesses and organizations. So I pick up the directory and I started calling folks. And in 2 hours, I had a TV crew, a Hollywood makeup artist, and an award-winning TV producer, all who agreed to help me. And 2 weeks later, I had an amazing interview with Art, and began this kind of bizarre TV odyssey that's still unfolding. And somebody asked me recently, how do you take a situation like that and turn it into a successful opportunity? What's the secret? And I said, the secret? I don't know that there's a secret. I've been very fortunate to work with and interview hundreds of extraordinarily successful people, but I don't know that there's a success secret. But I can share with you what worked for me in this instance. It was leverage, and it was leveraging other people's experience and resources. And somebody else asked me yesterday, well, what was it like to work with Art Linkletter? I said, absolutely amazing. The guy is tremendous. You know, he's 95, running around all over the world. And I asked him, Art, what do I have to look forward to when I'm 95? And he said, Mike, life is tremendous. I have terrific physical and mental health. I continually work on that. And I have a great relationship with my wife. He said, you know, it's a lot like leadership. Getting older is a lot like leadership. It's about making intelligent choices. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, the other day my wife Louise said to me, Art, let's run upstairs and make whoopee. And I said, what? He said, I told her, Louise, we can do one or the other. I said, okay, Art, I'll file that one away for later reference. You gotta love this guy. But I was thinking, what else could I share? And